Instantly heading into the fight train it is. Let's go to see if Absolute are the ones who absolutely gonna demolish their opponent. But as I say that, Updraft find the first. On planted though. That defense is not gonna be that easy. Oh no. What a bamboozle. You can't go down there anymore. Takish just waiting for players to come by. Now 18 HP just around the corner. That could be brilliant. That could be just so brilliant as those wait and so... Oh no! Takish! It doesn't matter! Boris is doing it with Vlas! Or do it! Does he? Yes, Revis. Oh, what a shocker. By accident, I muted myself. Pardon my stupidity. I mean, you didn't miss too much, right? You didn't see an opponent having too much in their hands. You didn't see an opponent striking too hard. 3-0 it is. Either way, eco to be coming in. No real problem at the moment. And now let's see, dear ladies and gentlemen. Sraita has no problem. I mean, at this point, frags are so easy. Frags are no problem. So, the third is on the boards. Now we should start to see... Now we should start to see a bit of a problem occurring for Updraft in case they're losing this round. Quickly taking a look at the odds. Ooh. Confused why they don't favor Absolute. Actually, but okay, that's fine. I mean, it's your time to bet on GGBet, but outside of that, let's find out what is gonna happen. Bars and Co push out A. Finds a frag, knows about connector most definitely. Takish, he got the A side control. The question is, who's gonna retrieve the bomb by now? Saying that again, who is gonna retrieve the bomb by now? Whilst the UMP takes down the op with ease. That is 4,750 versus 1,250. Ridiculous duel. And bomb to be now hitting the ground anytime soon. Molotov towards Pop Dog is reasonable. A to Z even spotted and immediately taken out. So Marin, good luck, have fun. And thank you very much for letting me know, Windows. Yeah, really, I need that. Appreciate it. From time to time. Either way. And 4-0. Absolute, with an absolutely good start on this, and this is a specific in the special part, on the T site. As you see, Marin with the op strikes. First frag granted. Takish saw that. Takish saw that. Marin's op. It's gonna be once more an important tool. Though they hardly have anything. Marin, no. If the boost works again, Last doesn't know. He has been spotted. He can just escape. Crow, in the meantime, waits it out. Behind the smoke he is. He strikes again. Takish is down. The bomb defuse comes in such a round. Very on. Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win. Updraft, first city round gained. Brilliant job. Could be a deja vu we have, by the way, funny-wise, from what we have seen previous on Overpass, if you remember. Either way. First strike granted. Iraq, this is a brilliant move. Ivy control belongs to him. The reason, in the meantime, got control over Lass. So, the absolute site not looking so absolutely strong in this one, especially if one drop happens soon. He must have heard that. Crow must have heard that. And that gives them a clear indicator. Smoke pops next. Lexi is isolated. And so, the aggression towards the site begins. Brilliant frag from Takish, as he needs to be scared and ready about a player on the ground line. That is the bomb dropped. And this has given the Updraft side a clear idea and picture of what's happening. This bomb to be taken. And A2 said he was hoping so badly to get that. He was hoping so badly. Now Absolute only have a Barcy in the game. He could rotate to B. He might do so. Seems like it, at least. So he jumps down. First phase. It's gonna be A2Z. Waiting around the corner. He sneaks. Plant is gonna happen anyway. At Barcy, you gotta turn around. It's not gonna happen. At least the bomb plant helping the economic side of things for Absolute. Nevertheless, let's see what the next round gives. Discussion if the second op is needed, and that's gonna happen. Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win. This arrow. It's looking to find a little bit more. We saw it previously. First of all, Lazzle strikes. Again, Absolute with the entry. Second even granted. Brilliant situation. There it goes, Sparse. Finds what he was looking for. Updraft might collapse another time. Seems to be the case, at least. Interesting molly. Could be called debatable, and the CT's doing themselves a favor of saving 2 AWPs. Reasonable, I would call that. Very reasonable indeed. CT's eliminated right now is so helpful for demolishing their economy. As though it looked dangerous for Laz to survive that duel. He still gets through. An absolute out and done. There it goes. Laz again. Not to be stopped today. He's up to strong ATM. ATM. No one ever said that in the cast. And in the meanwhile, Deagle starts striking. Ops, pardon, starts striking. And Bars gets one midair. Op wanted to be swapped. Orchid is actually back into the hands of No Reason, who's still gonna find frags, unbelievably, but it's Marin left in connector to take them all down. The bomb on a pedestal, basically. Last makes it down. Goes for all the safety measures. And Marin... he dodges it. Oh, he dodges it, and he makes so many steps. He's so loud. He's so loud and present. Last, does he look in the right direction? Somewhat does. Sees the shadow, takes him out. Absolutely astonishing. And that was brilliant. All needed. Absolute. With what sort of control they do it here? Waiting out. 5-7. You expected a little more than that. Unfortunately, not so successful for him. Last got the control over it. No real surprise at this point in time, you could say. So waits it out. Yeah, nothing really happening. Laswell would make the most sense, wouldn't it? Laswell staying back and hidden to bring through his AWP. No further aggression from his side. Makes a lot of sense there in the end. And so, 7% on the board for Absolute. Surprising it is. Let's go into the statistics department. Both teams have no record on this map. Ta-da! This is what the statistics department tells me. And it was, by the way, Updraft's pick, so maybe we're going to see sick T-side executions later on. I mean, still, they could achieve 8 rounds overall. Would mean that they win every single one in this half so far. There it goes. Sparsy entering side slowly. So they try to take that control over A. For the moment, it's not going to work that easy. The overall control is there. A side belongs to them. Final frag found, and so luck is on the side Stock is on the side of absolute. Jesus. Rain, where are you? Do you know that feeling when you lose control of your brain for a second or two? That was basically me right now. Pardon that. If I'm Japanese. No, I'm not Japanese. I like Japanese cars. Big fan of the RX-7. Classic is, of course, Takumi's AE86. Otherwise, Wait. I gotta make sure that I'm not lying to you. Whilst we're seeing, actually, a good shutdown. Let's watch that first of all, because Updraft are reacting quite well to that. And Reiter is looking to get a little more. I mean, the weaponry on the opponent was weak. Now it's strength and finds one, but gonna be backstabbed. So to answer your question, no, unfortunately, I'm not Japanese. The thing, though, is I really enjoy the Japanese domestic car market. The RX-7 is one of a kind with the rotary. Of course, Mitsubishi Evo 8, Evo 9, Evo 6 are really nice cars. The 1995 Subaru Impreza is an amazing WRC car back then. Yeah, and otherwise, I mean, R32s and R34s from Nissan, as well as the classic Toyota AE86. But yeah. Either way, Ignis. Pardon, absolute. Getting the entry again. That's there. It nearly collapses. Yeah, there it goes. Marin as well as Laxi. Our last two left. You saw there's no consecutive way for Updraft to really hold it. Or maybe there is. Marin would be the hero, but his role not gonna work. So, let's see if Absolute actually rings at double digits. That would be freaking insane, in consideration that is their T site. There it goes. Marin and Co try to take the control over the site. Marin on Pop Duck could deal so much damage. Does so for first. How about Takish? I mean, 1 HP. You see the barrel? Quite risky from him. Reiter and last still stand a chance. That's the op striking. This means patience could pay off. Bomb, by the way, back in A main. And if this backstab's gonna work, this matters so much. I mean, this bomb is down. Right hand side, there's one. And there it goes. That's it for number 10 for ABS. Doesn't get any further. And I see a lot of Japanese. This is the perfect, because if Japanese people are here and you talk about Japanese cars, you know where it goes. I see a lot of things. I see an Evo. I see. Yeah, of course. A Torino AE86 is a Takumi classic. Nobody can forget about an AE86. The thing is, all those Japanese cars rarely exist in Europe, whilst the German cars rarely exist in Japan. The European cars rarely exist there, but yeah. You know how it is. In the meantime, Reiter knows how it is. I'm going to use the halftime break for that little car talk, so stick with me. Barca and Co. looking to get the B-side control. I mean, the bomb is moving out. Takish still eliminated. So they jump down. Laz most likely is interested in it. He's above his opponent. Oh no, he can't do much. But Barca will do so. An updraft. Looking like they can get the 50. Here's A2Z to his right-hand side. What a brilliant aim from the Japanese sniper. Updraft, up by a good bit. Last round of the first half it is. And if Absolute get the 10th, that would be more than ideal. If they only get the 9th, that's also acceptable. Oh, someone spammed E46. You are my man. Whoever spammed E46, you know it. Sorry, that was E46. Driving myself an E46 330 as a limousine year 2002 in Oriental Blue. You know it. So either way, going back to it, Laxi holds a great angle with Dion, could find a second and pretty much does it in combination with Arok. A round that probably will not go the way of ABS. Never say never, but there, it's pure control that Updraft has taken. Bars to the last man standing. And there it goes. 6-9, Updraft fighting their way back into the end of this half. And so, yeah, to get back to it, right? The classic Terreno is beautiful. The problem is back when I wanted to buy a new car, and in Germany you can find a lot of used BMWs, for example, E36. I also considered buying an Evo 6 or a Subaru Impreza 2005, but they're extremely rare, and spare parts for Japanese cars in Germany/Europe are also rare. So I went for the E46 option on my Instagram profile to say that, exclamation mark caster. You can find my good E46 limousine. I love it. It's an old car with a lot of kilometers on it, but it's a beautiful one. Back to the actual game. ABS with one brilliant start on the CT round. They pretty much could close this case nearly. Just saying nearly for a good reason. As the mall comes down, they have information at least by now, and they can't pass that themselves, so they have gained a good bit of control with it. Coming closer, exiting one. They find a teammate. That was a team kill. That should have never happened. No, this can't be happening. It's only down to Arok, the man who has no armor. Oh, this is so unfortunate. Arok. There it goes. 10-6. Japan has all the parts, but Europe doesn't. It's a problem. If you don't live in Japan, spare parts for a Japanese car are fairly rare. That's the problem. Either way, Updraft, 4 rounds down, losing the pistol, and I don't like Raita here. Because long range, again, MP9 is debatable. Either way, Last goes aggressive, gonna be rewarded. Arok taken out. And so Updraft. Listen, this is why I didn't like it. This is basically a gift. He traded for a worse weapon. Now, though, everybody lining up, and the AUG seals the deal. Thank you for the nice E46 compliment. It's an old car. It's an old car. It's still a lovely running E46 330. I can't say much more than it's a love. It's a love that'll probably die soon, as with every old car. I mean, born 2002. The car born for 2002 is, of course. Either way, getting away from that. Updraft. Coming in onto the A site. Nade from Crow could work. Either way. Ah, Bars. The high ground. He must see the plant, you know! Bars could have denied the bomb plant here. Doesn't do so. Marin as well as Lexi will try to turn this one around. Do they know about Raita though? They don't. Oh, the flick was so beautiful. He knows where the player stands. Somewhere close. Red or electric. And Lexi could turn this one around in favor of his team. Raita has no kit besides that. Maybe one of his teammates does, but what a flick onto the head. Updraft with number 7 well deserved. And ABS money isn't so good. Again, I understand your point that you can't import every part. The problem is the European market itself is fairly small. Of course you can import it, but that costs a lot of money. So when you have a BMW, for example, in Germany, you have a massive aftermarket, like a big aftermarket where you can always rebuy things for fairly cheap, you know, and a quite big community around it as well. And also the US, the Americans are way more JDM heavy than the Europeans. The Europeans have such a massive car market that they don't rely too much on the Japanese cars. Either way, use the beginning time to always talk about that. I like it a lot. Updraft. Oh no. They're getting a frag, but disconnect anyway happening. Oh, an Airrock. He heard that. Grenade going down on Barca. He's not really enjoying that. Oh, unless... Did he whiff? No, I think he hit Mara, didn't he? Yeah, most definitely he did. Got no armor, so you gotta be very cautious about it. Tries to play it on Rem. Understandable decision. Do they go dry? Never ever. Smoke pops. Smoke needs to pop. A flashbang as well. Yep. Oh, he lacks another. He lacks another, but he still is surviving. That means those 3 lads can try. I mean, 2 of them are fairly wounded. And as the upgrades happen, Updraft, they get number 8. Almost definitely they do. An absolute... The remaining 3 will stick to the weapons, the other 2 probably won't buy in. Ah, don't do it! Unfortunate situation. Nearly could have backfired. Nearly could have backfired again. An Updraft. I wouldn't necessarily call it an upset. It's just a bit disappointing how both don't really seem to have a good CT side overall. I mean, it's still a lot of room left, to say it like that. Nevertheless, I'd very much look forward to see what's about to happen. As there we see players pushing out, Updraft going to attack the A site. it goes. Oh, the USPS deals a bit of damage. Nevertheless, this round, under no circumstance, should go in favor of Absolute. It doesn't seem like it. It doesn't feel like it. As you see, CT's taking down a few. They unfortunately got no kit, which makes it all a bit more tougher. T economy damage is nice. But that's gonna be it at this point in time. Updraft. Only gonna come through with 2. Rest needs to reinvest. No big deal, they got the money, but yeah. Absolute. Now in a perfect situation to win this round. Updraft. Patient they play. As they're waiting in front of the B gates. It's gonna be a B-side aggression nonetheless. No doubt, no discussion. It's A2Z and Co. They want to go for this. Directly, the B-side is going to hit them. Lass, with a beautiful entry, looks for more. So they're all going out. Pretty much blind they are. Player nearby. Take down Laxi. And this side is now vulnerable. Extremely vulnerable it is. They need to find all those kills. The hop from No Reason strikes. Another player spotted to the left end. And the kid is there for Raita. No Reason's op could be the tool. Talking about it. No Reason's op could be the tool. And one more to go. It's Crow. Jumps down. Caught midair. Unbelievable ace, Norrison. You've done it. Absolute should have won that. Under any circumstance, they should have. There's not even discussion about that. This is Selexi taking the A side, nevertheless. Bars seems to be unexpected and all suddenly comes down. A bit more off this aggression might work. 2v2, but HP wise, I just wanted to say it's not looking that good. And a save from Crow would make a lot of sense. Next one is not going to be a great buy either. There's just a tie. Just a tie, not the lead yet. Takeshi Kode would finally need a round, period. It would be about time. Would be just about freaking time. And as once more the B-side aggression is said, Laz waits it out. They're trying to push through. Laz with 1 second granted. And again, the man advantage is there. Laz runs and runs. Praise to the Lord. Barca is striking as well. Everything's looking in favor of Absolute. But it looks just like it. "2v2, Absolute can't bring it through till today." Again. Initial 2 rounds, then it started to crumble massively. "26 seconds to just bring it down to the A side. Raita can do it. Raita could do it. Raita's capable of doing so. 18 seconds for the bomb to come on the side. Norsen... He's not gonna bait it even. He's not gonna bait it even. He's pulling through. Oh, and what a mistake. Nearly looked like it. Right. Oh, with what a shot. Takes him down. 12-1 for the board of Absolute. Their opponent has the money. And now one of my favorite questions. What is your favorite Japanese car? Yes, the Honda NSX, 100% the Honda NSX. It might be not the most practical car, but it's just such... not the new NSX, the old NSX, of course. Not the new one, forget about that. The old NSX was a major beauty. Especially the second version of it, the NSX NA2. Absolutely gorgeous. What might also be absolutely gorgeous is a brilliant play by Absolute. A second option would be RX-7, just to point that out. Either way. Forget about it. Let's figure out where this will end. Lexi goes first. Absolute with what a drive-by by one of their players. Crow chimes in. Another frag found. Barcy just dodged his own death, but it's a Glock! And no head armor, that punishes you. Raita and Last need to do it on their own. And those two ops, if they're gonna make it debatable. That op spotted, another one to be taken out. Perfectly done. And there it goes. 12-12, tied again, and those CTs don't have too much money. They want this win. They so badly want this win. There it goes. Beautiful drop down. Those pistols, you should never rule them out. Should never rule them out at all. Chances are there, possibilities are there. So they go to the B site. Slowly and steady they do. Raita could be the key player. You can't be telling me Raita does that. He sneaks down. And the molly comes so unlookable for Raita. Has he been spotted though? I'm asking myself. He's the first. Reacts wisely. Another free to find. Doesn't seem to be that his teammate is going to help him too much. Poor Raita backstabbed. Updraft in the lead now. And the CTs need to strike ASAP. And there they come. Raita and his team most likely want to deny any further access for Updraft. The Mauler, the damage it deals, the off strikes again. No reason is always coming back. This is so impressive. But Bars realize what's up, and 114 HP left should tell us finally the story. It should. Naruto can't stay alive longer. It would have been crazy. And now it would be time to pull that back entirely, massively, and under any circumstance. Their opponent, well, they hardly have any money left. And if they right now take down their lads of Updraft, pardon me, I'd be impressed. Because that would mean not only 14-13, but economic drought for Updraft. And this is then basically the recipe to success. The golden key to a win. 2-0, by the way. Yes, downshift and high ref. Inertia drift would also be a good name. Tofu delivery, also a good name. Either way. Let's see what Crow and his crew can do. UMPs we mainly see. Not the best weapons, very honestly. There it goes. Crow waits it out. Flashbang he is. Can he get a frag? No, most definitely not. Interesting flash to throw. Oh, beautiful! How he takes out A2Z! The awareness to a player on his left-hand side he doesn't have. But Raita is at it again. Combination with Glass. And that won't work. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. Marin is the final one. You always gotta watch out for those Japanese lads. They are always having an extra plan in their hands, like Marin has right here. Switching over to the other side. Instantly rotating, they do. Back on electric, he waits for the connector player to push out. And he's like, uh-oh. Two sides. First coming. 15 seconds. No need to show yourself too much. He needs to go on the site, not you. And so, he finds it. Brilliantly done. And the most important part of this round here specifically was that we see Absolute not letting them plant. I don't understand why Updraft doesn't force through, because it will be 13-15, it's a lot of pressure, but yeah, you know how it is. Either way, not too much freedom, not too much time, not too many opportunities for Updraft. Tekish and his crew cannot allow them any mistakes. Under no circumstance, any failure is allowed to exist, especially against this kind of combination of weapons. And if you don't know, all of this is about nothing else than a slot for the minor. The Asian minor. Tomorrow we're going to see the grand final. Whoever's going to win that is advancing. Right now, Absolute in the driver's seat. A desperate situation for Updraft. We're fighting so hard and tough. So, there it goes. First aggression from last, gonna be denied. More to come. Teammates hopefully arrive anytime soon. They don't. Do they allow the plant? You can't be allowing the plant. The AWP stays alive. They find one after another. For a second, you could be worried. Ah, 15-13. This match is nerve-wracking. It is nerve-wracking. AKs and one up. That must be the key to success for Updraft. Asparsi wants to deny him with the flashbang. Norrison and Co. will look for a little more, I would say. Either way. Let's see what is going to happen with them. Crow waits it out. Nate goes deep. Does he take any damage? No, not really. In the meanwhile, B is fairly woundable. Only Last can hold him up. And there he can hope that Last realizes there's a molly coming to his left-hand side. He does realize, but he misses. So unfortunate from him. Marin gets close and a good understanding of what to do. And now it is problematic. Now the shots need to rain in. How is Marin still alive? My goodness, that was too much pressure he built on him. Now Absolute have two opponents to find. Norrison's op is insane. Norrison's op is insane! Don't talk to me about it! He's absolutely nuts. And Updraft with the 14th. Do they send us into OT? Money is there for Absolute. It is. And so they can still hold it down like usual. Right to know takes down one of the most pivotal player. And Right does it again. 2 frags. His positioning so pivotal. Would be ridiculous if you would find a third right now. We doesn't want to rotate back. He had the flick on him, and he knows. Okay, I'm in danger. Whatever. I'm out of here. And I mean, that would be logical, right? Huh? And this didn't make sense to me. This didn't make sense to me at all. The way. They need to make it on the B side. There's no other way around. Barcy and Laz. They have the realization. Do they have any utility to deny it? Barcy needs to find the frag. That bomb is down on a pedestal. Updraft needs to retrieve it and put it on the ground while Marin just waits for the connector players to come. He has been spotted and taken out. Laxi is the last one. 4 more to get. But they do it! 16-14. Unbelievable job again. Takish and his crew advance, and therefore we'll head into another best of 3 in just a little bit later. So stick tuned. My name is Dash, !Caster if you want to know more about that, and we'll just be right back.
Charge up your game with excitement. Highest odds on the market. Coverage of all live and pre-match events. Place your bets with Solid Bookmaker and win with your favorite teams. Take what's rightfully yours with GG.bet.